Up real quick before I see a comment saying, "Oh, it's a publicity stunt." No, this is not a publicity stunt. That makes no sense. In what world would two federal organizations help 6ix9ine promote his album? Do you realize how stupid that sounds? This being a publicity stunt would be the greatest plot twist in rap history, but the police have been investigating the 9 Trey Blood since 2013. This is a very legitimate case, and I can assure you, this is not a publicity stunt. Now, whether 6ix9ine is going to snitch or not, I don't know. But this is something I've seen a lot of people talking about. If 6ix9ine were to snitch, would he get out of these serious charges he's facing? Just a reminder, 6ix9ine has been charged with racketeering conspiracy, firearms offense in aid of racketeering, violent crime in aid of racketeering, and firearms offense. With these charges, he's facing 32 years to life in prison, not to mention that the U.S. Attorney's Office also announced that there would be more charges likely coming as the investigation continues. Now, I think 6ix9ine has a lot of reason to snitch. He was arrested earlier than planned on the 18th because the feds found out his former gang was plotting to kill him. So I don't see why at this point he would have any loyalty to them. And let's say hypothetically he does snitch. I don't think it'll be enough to get him out completely free. Best case scenario is he's able to score some type of plea deal, get a significantly shorter sentence like 5 to 10 years, maybe if he's really lucky, 3 years. But the feds have been running this investigation for years. They've stockpiled evidence and they had the 9 Trey Bloods wiretapped. So what info could Tekashi give them that would actually make a drastic impact on their investigation? I don't know. In my opinion, snitching is an option that could get Tekashi less time in prison, but not completely free him of all charges. So TMZ broke the story that a wiretap recorded 2 former associates of 6ix9ine, Shadi and Mel Murda, and an unnamed individual talking about super violating 6ix9ine after his recent Breakfast Club interview. They also say in the transcript that we got, Tekashi is not a gang member no more. He was never a gang member. This immediately sounded like a get out of jail free card for Tekashi. 6ix9ine's lawyers are arguing that he was never a gang member. He was only portraying an image to promote and sell his music. So to a lot of people, this sounded like a big W for 6ix9ine. But the fact that the 9 Trey Bloods were wiretapped goes 2 ways. Of course, this conversation is in favor of 6ix9ine. However, we have no idea what other conversations were recorded. And that's the problem. For example, TMZ broke a story around the video of Tekashi allegedly putting a $30,000 hit on Chief Keef's cousin Tatum. A video he willingly let be recorded, which police are now looking into, thinking it could be linked to the shooting that happened outside the W Hotel in Times Square where Chief Keef was almost shot. If Tekashi is willing to let people record him doing this, what do you think may have happened when the cameras aren't rolling? A wiretap is bad news for Tekashi, regardless if this one conversation works in Tekashi's favor. Another argument I've seen some people make is that Tekashi's rich and famous. Rich and famous people, they get away with whatever they want. And while it's true, if you're rich, you can afford the best lawyer possible. If you're famous, you can get some public support behind you. That doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get away with whatever you want. We've seen plenty of rappers go to jail. Lil Wayne, Gucci, Meek, Bobby Shmurda. There's tons of examples. So that argument's pretty much invalid. But to get specific with 6ix9ine's case, him being rich is probably not going to benefit him at all. He offered his entire bank account of $1.7 million and his passport to try and get bail, and that was denied, which means 6ix9ine is going to be in jail until his court date in September 2019. And on top of that, him and his mother's bank account were frozen by the feds, so they can't even get access to that money. Being rich and famous might benefit you with smaller cases where you can convince a judge to give you a second chance to prove that you're changing your life, but with a massive case like 6ix9ine's, it's really not going to serve any benefit.